over the course of the next few days, unrest continues in the Fae. Did one of you guys mess with my notes? It's supposed to say Free City. It says Fae City.
I did. It was definitely me.
You're fucking with us.
In the Free City, some streets seem to vanish from existence. The Praetorian Council is kept from entering their own hall as a group of Fae take their places, discussing city matters they previously had no part in. And the astronomers over at the Arcane Collegium announced that the days appear to be getting shorter as less light becomes available and twilight sets in. Citizens such as yourselves are unsure of the goings-on with the nobles you scarcely parley with, and we once again find ourselves seated around a table at the Wrapped Scallion, taking a load off in these restless times.
Well, another day. Anybody want to play a hand over here? Looking to win a little bit of money.
You should ask someone else, Deegan. The answer's still no.
I guess I'm in for a game. And you see, as just across the Wrapped Scallion, Bardrite Masker, a very notable Bardrite here in the Dock Ward, or in the Dock District, my bad, makes his way over to your table and sits down. What'd you in to play?
Oh, I like that fork spoon game people are talking about. Something about utensils.
Sure. We can play the fork spoon game.
All right. I'm just about ready. Say, Hawkus, do you want to join on in? I know you're getting up there in ages, but I'm sure you could, still have a little kick in your cards.
What did I just say?
Well, I figure maybe if I ask again, you might join on in.
I appreciate it, but really I'm fine.
All right.
If you're willing to loan me the coin, I'd love to play.
Mag says.
Oh, of course, Mag, of course. Let me get you a little bit of coin here, and I'll lend him the appropriate amount of coins.
What minimum bet are we setting?
Oh, we can keep it simple for now and see where we want to go from there. We'll do a gold piece, see where it goes.
I don't bet any less than 5.
That's what I normally do anyway. 5 gold pieces, 6 gold pieces. That's what I meant to say.
6 gold pieces it is.
Let's do it.
I can have 6, sir.
Oh, absolutely. And I'll slide the 6 I have on the table over to him, and I'll play 6
Perfect.
on myself.
So he takes the 6 gold pieces, and the 3 of you sit down. All right, let's go ahead and roll our dice. You can roll for Mag as well.
Okay.
The Bardrite is going to roll his.
Mag's dice will be blue.
You got your D8.
Oh no, I'm down to D4. Gotta steal a D4. D4. Oh no, Zach, do you have a D4? Of course
I have a D4 right here.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh, here,
Never mind.
take
I gotta-
Zach's. Because
Yeah, I want that one.
What
That
if I
one's
need
better.
a lot of these?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. So it's the D8 first?
Yes, D8
Alright.
first.
That's the fork in the fork spoon game. Okay.
All right. Got any? You want to call? You want to raise the bet?
Oh no, I'm call. Let's keep rolling.
I'll raise to 10.
Playing big off the gun, I see. All right, I'll match you. One
Do you
big
think Mag
day.
should match or not?
I'll look over to him and he'll probably look to me like unsure, like Mag, you can do it. Come on,
Thank you, sir.
and I'll pass him the coins.
All right. Make your rolls.
Okay.
Ooh, we have a nice one there.
Yeah, we do. And I think I said, did I say Mag was blue? Yeah, Mag's blue. So that's Mag's right there.
All right. So we are. That's a good one. So would you like to call? Would you like to raise? Would you like to fold?
Let's keep it going. I'm feeling pretty lucky today.
I'll stay. Sure.
All right, let's keep it
And
going.
last but not least,
Okay, so I got a 4. So I roll another 4, right? That works?
you see as the Bardrite. Fuck.
Yeah. Guess I'll do it again. That's 3. So that's 7 total. Okay. All right. And we now count our things, right?
Yes,
count up our
correct.
points? Okay,
So the
me,
Bardrite got 9.
got 14 total, me.
And what did Mag get?
And Mag got 13.
13. So you take all 30.
Woo!
Did I win, sir?
Yes, you did, Mag. Yes, you know what? You take all the winnings today, Mag, and I'll scrape it all over to him.
Oh, thank you.
He has more gold than you now.
Good job, son. Good job.
Say, You all are that group that was over at the temple the other day, huh?
Yeah, and I'll look over to Hargus. Yeah, we don't like to brag or anything, but yeah, we helped out in a pinch.
I've been trying to figure out what happened over there.
Well, things got a little out of hand, to be honest. And looking up and down this guy, he doesn't look anything like those other guys we were fighting, does he?
No, he is a what looks to be just like a sturdy human individual. He's about 6 feet tall.
Oh, dang, he's big.
And
Okay.
yeah, and he's the barge right here at the docks. Yeah, a lot of people seem to like know him and look up to him. He kind of handles like the goings on in the dock district.
Oh, gotcha.
And when you say a barge right, you're talking about like a shipbuilder, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Not the barge right in from Forgotten Realms.
No.
Yeah, well, got a little out of hand. Well, walked on in, and a couple no good hooligans were, harassing the priest in there. And of course, me and Harkus had to step on in and give him a little saving. Unfortunately, had to give him a little beat down, but the priest's alive, so that's good. That's good.
Right, there was something about a fae named Thelamandrin, I think. Not sure where the others ran off to, but there were more of them. So I expect we haven't seen the last of them.
Well, with the goings on in town, it seems more and more of those shadow fae are making their way in.
You've seen a lot more of them.
Oh yes, you heard the news. The Praetorian Council was kept from entering the council hall. Couldn't even discuss important matters of the city.
Deegan, I think you were drinking again. That's probably why.
Well, I
You
do.
don't remember.
I mean, and surely you've noticed that the sun is setting and it is still afternoon.
Oh, to be honest, I was more focused on the die at the table, but it is. I guess it is a little odd now that you think about it. That's. I mean, have you noticed anything else weird going on? I mean, is there something we should be doing about that?
Anything else weird? Is this not weird enough?
No, it is. I just
There
like
used to
know
be a
the
street
full
next to
extent.
this building and it's gone.
I thought I turned down the wrong way walking over to this place.
I see.
Well, I mean, is it terrible? I suppose the whole street thing. Can we build another one, or what can we do about that? How do we fight this period of streets? Well, I mean, of course, I want to help out. I just don't know how I shoot at a street. It doesn't really do much.
As you trail off into silence, the saloon door leading to the back of the brewery flies open as a Ravenfolk worker runs out and hands the bartender, Sage Brelskin, a piece of parchment. Sage looks over, and this appears to be a young blonde human that stands behind the bar as he pulls out this small slip of paper and turns and says, "Hey, anyone here speak Elvish?"
Mag, you speak that elf tongue, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
You wanna step on up, maybe read whatever he's got up there?
Can I?
Yeah, give it a go. See what you got.
Okay.
Mag goes walking up to Sage, and he reaches his hand up.
I speak Elvish.
And Sage hands the piece of paper down to Mag as he reads it over.
It says that for disdainful words to the people of the Shadow Fae, your entire stock has been spoiled.
And Sage, "Oh, no. And as he goes running into the back, and comes back out. "Oh, damn. I have nothing left to drink.
The whole thing is spoiled.
It's spoiled.
Just overnight like that.
I don't know.
Mag, did it say anything else on that note? Is this some sort of magical effect? I'm sure this man keeps close attention to his stock.
It's signed by someone named, Thelamandrin, blah, 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 blah. He's got a long name.
Oh, that's that extraordinary, was it hillbilly, something like that?
Yeah. The hillbilly.
Seems like he's causing a lot... Seems like he's causing a lot of trouble around here.
Well, Thelamandrin. Sounds familiar, but I don't really know. It just sounds familiar.
Well, same name as the note left on the front of the temple. I think it's probably something to do with the Fae, who used to rule Zobek, you know.
And they could just spoil alcohol like that? Good quality alcohol?
Well, yeah, you
You
know.
ever heard of magic, son?
Well, no, I get it. I don't know any mage that would practice such dark arts.
Well, apparently, not in my lifetime, but these lands used to sit on, Fae soil.
Well, Argus, maybe we should, go do something about this. I'm not sure where we would start, but maybe we can ask around, see if we can stop some of this magic making things disappear and alcohol spoil.
Cram, who's been standing there pretty much the entire time, not really saying anything. She, I don't really know what we would even do.
Well, me either, but I hate to leave a town in need if something we could do about it.
Right. But at the moment, our enemies remain hidden. We'll have to wait until they strike again, and maybe this time we'll be there to stop them again.
All right, well, let's stay vigilant then. Keep an eye out, see what happens, and we jump at the first chance we get. I like that plan.
A few hours pass at this point as you guys kind of hang around, going about your day as is. Bardrite Masker leaves to tend to the docks with the bit of daylight that's left, and eventually returns. As the group of you are kind of still hanging about, waiting for more information, you do hear word from a couple of passersby who come in and out of the Rapscallion, who appear to have spoken of just random Fae riots that have happened around the city from time to time, where it doesn't seem like the city guard can really get a hold on these magical individuals. And they claim that the city guard has no say over what they do. So Bardrite Masker does make his way back into the tavern and says, you all might want to see this.
Oh boy. Argus, let's go check it out.
We do.
He leads the group of you outside to a post that's been written on the side of almost every building. You can see just small bits, like small writs that have been applied to the side of pretty much every business in town that say, well, Mag will read it out loud as it is in Elvish.
The Moonlit King has spoken and upheld his claims, just and remembered. Once the longest night has passed, the king and queen of the realm of shadow shall rule the lands of Zobek once more, appointing a stadthalter as their royal highnesses see fit. Royal highnesses, isn't it usually just one? As hidden ambassador to the city now built upon those lands, I stand ready to arbitrate in the name of the Shadow Court, winter and summer, day and night. Let no I've never seen this word before. Scathseed, it's got to sound something like that, be harmed or harassed in these lands on pain of blindness. I await your full compliance. You may petition me if the need arises. Oh, shit.
Doesn't sound too good, more of that extraordinary king guy. And I think you're right. Normally there's only one, like, monarch or something like that. But there's a couple of them, I guess.
That can only mean one thing.
What's that?
They're taking over.
Well, not much of a fan. They seem to be a little intrusive with this whole thing, spoiling our alcohol and attacking those animals and whatnot.
And you can see that, like, lots of commoners are gathering around these to the sides and, like, looking for the one person in the area that speaks Elvish and, like, pulling them in and having them read this out loud.
Okay, and they're like, oh, Mag, you read that again for him, and he'll begin reciting it for the people that are approaching.
Yeah, he does it for those that are approaching your area, and you can see a couple other Elvish-speaking individuals step forward and do the same for people down the road, until eventually, dozens of people have gathered around, and everyone just seems worried at this point.
Well, I don't know about you, Hargus, but I don't really care much for this. I'm not really going to be listening to nobody trying to boss me around, so nothing much has changed for me, I suppose, but I would like to help these folks if possible.
I don't think new leadership, he's going to be in anyone's best interest here. The Shadow Fae seem to be a war mongering type.
Well, I gotta close down the docks for the evening, but you all be careful, I guess. If you've got some time, maybe try to figure out what's happening.
Yeah, I'd like to stick my nose in it if I can. Maybe we'll mosey on down the road and see if we can find something. See what else is going on, any other riots of that sort.
Yeah, I like that idea.
All right, well, Barge right, you take care, and good luck with you.
That's my name and job.
Well, be careful out there and keep doing your barge right job. You're doing a barge right job, I guess.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, Mag, let's go. Hargus. Is it Clam? Clem?
Cram.
Cram. I keep forgetting too. Cram, come on.
And the four of you begin to kind of, as you put it, mosey along throughout the city. Would you guys give me either investigation or perception checks for your time in the city?
I would just like to exclaim how happy I am that I don't have a -1 to perception as I have for the last 75 sessions of my life. It's
76
beyond,
actually.
It's beyond exciting to have a +1.
Harkus is going to roll perception, and Cram is going to as well, and she's actually got advantage on that.
Cool.
All right, so she... Hold on.
Okay. So, go ahead, Zach.
So Cram gets a 15. Harkus gets a nat 1.
Also, while you're on the street, I'm going to presume that you kind of talk to some individuals and get information. So if you would like to replace like the perception or something with a persuasion check or something like that, that also works. Harkus, I will let you re-roll because I didn't say that before.
Okay. Yeah, I would like... Harkus is actually going to go around and chat with some of his old colleagues on the city guard.
I was going to say his old god folk.
Yeah, some of those god folk. Yeah, and he's... we'll roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
All right, that's much better. That's 18.
18, okay. And what about the other side?
So normally, Deegan's a little more charismatic individual, and he would talk to people, but he sees Harkus got it covered, so he's going to just take a little gander around town, see what's going on. So with that perception, it'll be a 17.
17
and,
altogether.
Mag got a 12.
12. Okay, cool. So, from what you guys are able to gather as a group, one, the city is extremely restless. It's going to be a very hard winter, it appears. More than that, the street of tailors and the courtyard in the Green District near the market disappeared for an entire day. As in, like, it and anybody in it just disappeared for an entire day.
The people were gone too?
Well, yeah. I mean, if there's someone standing there and it goes away, what do you think happens? So it and the people just disappeared for an entire day. Those that have returned at this point can't recall anything of their time there. And last but not least, the temple of Rava, who is the clockwork goddess, has been closed since the day of the assassination attempt on the priest. The priests and priestesses of the gear goddess and patron of the city are nowhere to be found. So the people with the gear goddess appear to not be involving themselves in this situation whatsoever.
So we haven't heard anything from the priest we saved the other day.
Well, he's a priest of Kors.
Oh, of course.
So
You're
you
right.
have
Okay.
heard from him. He's been around. Though another assassination attempt has not been made, there have been like jurisdiction changes where these Shadow Fate individuals appear to be sticking close to the temple.
Okay. So they're sieging it out is what they're doing.
Yeah, they're kind of looking around at what's going on there.
Okay.
All right.
Not a fan.
As you guys wander the streets, though, the sun does finally set, and with your checks, you start to notice that down at your feet, with like these, there are a lot of lights along the city that kind of keep the streets lit at night. You guys, I presume, are making your way back to wherever you prefer to stay. Where do you guys think you live in the city, or do you kind of just seek out respite at like the temple or something like that?
Now, Harkus,
We didn't really cover that.
Harkus, you've been here for a while. So if you were staying somewhere, I would stay with you. Because I kind of just travel around as need be. So if you didn't invite me to like the temple or something or have a place, I'd probably stay at a local inn. I'm not sure if the Rapscallion has any rooms or anything like that.
Rapscallion does not have rooms. It is a tavern / like gambling area.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll just sleep on the floor.
I sleep in the booth.
Yeah, no, Harkus, he's got quarters given to him by the city for X years of service. So he he's got a modest home in sort of like the middle class district.
Okay, I would think that Cram probably has herself like an apartment in Lower Zobek, which is not a very nice part of town, but it's all she can really afford.
I like that.
Yeah. And then as for you and Mag, do you presume you're staying with Harkus right now, or are you kind of finding like an inn?
If Harkus invited us,
Yeah, you're more than welcome. Pardon the mess.
And you see, it's a fairly small little hovel, but actually quite tidy.
oh no, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Mag, you can take that comfy spot over there. I'll take this one.
Yeah,
And
and the spot you point at is just like a spot where Harkus has thrown a blanket to the side. And Mag happily walks over and kind of curls up on top of this floor blanket.
Hey, you're comfortable? You're good.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, just making sure. If you're cold or something, just let me know. I'll find some more blankets.
I
or
am
something.
kind of cold,
You're
but
welcome.
I was just saying I was fine.
Harkus, you got any more blankets over here? Mag's a little chilly.
Yeah, let me see if I can find some.
You really don't have to. Like,
No, he needs something. He's a little chilly. He's humble. He's cold though.
Well, I actually only have one more, and that's mine. But Mag, do you want it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he'll give him his blanket.
He sets it on fire. No. I'm so warm.
There you go, Mag. Now, if you need anything else, just let me know.
The four of you, because Cram has not quite left yet, are all kind of hanging around the apartment, and Cram is of little words. She kind of speaks up when she needs to, and whenever the situation arises, and at this point, it does. As she, have you guys noticed anything off while we've been hanging out today?
Have we?
Our shadows. And as she goes to like move her hand, she like waves at the shadow. You guys kind of lost track of your shadows at night because it gets dark.
Right.
But now that you're standing here in kind of the light of your abode, you see as she raises her hand, the shadow does not. The shadow kind of defiantly like raises its other hand and like points like a gun to its head.
That's terrifying. I don't like that absolutely at all.
Looking down at the rest of your guys' shadows, you see as the two of yours go at each other and begin fighting like back and forth, wrestling with one another. And Mags doesn't appear to do anything. It's a shadow, a normal shadow.
I'd like to use Divine Sense to see if there are any fiends or undead in my house.
As you use Divine Sense, that's in like a 30-foot radius, right?
60 feet.
Oh, 60 feet. It will hit all of you, and no fiends, no undead, no nothing. Your shadows are just acting weird.
Huh.
I'm gonna pull out the Sunblade and activate it and shine it next to the shadows to sort of to wash them out basically, so that they don't appear anymore.
As you cast the light onto them, like you see as they do wash out for a second, but the second like the light moves away, they continue what they're doing, like almost as if they're just kind of doing as they please.
Hey, hold on! I was about to win there. I was about to win. My shadow just clocks
as
across
Deegan,
the face.
like, gets into it, his does wrestle yours down.
Yeah, it's doing good. Good job, Shadow. Well, as happy as I am that I won there, it is a little
Disturbing.
well, yeah.
Weird. I think it's sort of weird that you're you're okay with this.
Well, no, I'm not okay. I'm not really okay with the disappearing roads and whatnot. But again, I don't really know what to do about it.
Around this exact time, you hear a knock on your front door.
I'm not gonna put my sword away. I will walk up to the door. Have peepholes been invented yet?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. I'll
Everyone,
be on your guard, and I'll crack it and look.
As you look out,
Both
you
of my
see
chains.
a red-headed guard approaches with a pad and a quill.
I'll turn off my sword and open the door.
Hi there.
hello.
I'm sorry. I just need the name and the first and last name of everyone who lives here.
We doing a census or?
Yeah.
Okay. It's Harkus. Just Harkus.
No last name?
No, well, you should know I served on the guard for many years.
You did? They let you on the guard?
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah, whatever. Sure. So Harkus, and who are these guys?
You can refer to us directly. You don't have to just point around like that. The name's Deegan, by the way. I travel around here. You should really watch your tone, whoever you're talking to there.
I'm it's fine. The tensions are high right now, and he starts to write down Deegan. Where do you live, Deegan?
I suppose I live right here. You could put this down.
So you lied, sir?
Well, he's a guest. I would say so, but you're from Geralt, right? That's what you said.
Yeah, I'm from far away. Just staying here tonight. I don't see why it's a
Do you have a
problem.
last name, Deegan?
I do, but I'd like to keep it just Deegan if that's all right.
This is really important.
Well, as is this. My name's Deegan. It's really not a big deal that you get the last name, is it?
Go ahead and roll. Would you like to roll intimidation or persuasion?
No, I'm just waiting. If I was intimidating him, he'd know.
Okay. As you shoot him in the forehead.
Okay, that is 13.
13. Look, this comes from someone above, like way above, and I'm just doing my job, and I really don't want to get in trouble.
Well, perfect. If you're doing your job for someone way up above, I'm sure you won't mind just giving him my first name. And I'll step up to the door as my chain holding the gun kind of comes around the side of the door. It doesn't point at him, just kind of holding up in the air.
Deegan,
Oh,
just tell him your name.
frankly, I was going to tell him my name before he was talking to you, but fine. Respect for my gray friend here. It's Deegan Browning.
Browning.
I'm gonna put it down.
Okay. And you, miss? I'm Cram, and I live in Lower Zobek. Do you have a last name, Miss Cram? I don't. Okay. And the little guy?
It's Mag.
God damn it, you people, do you have a last name, Mag?
Nope.
Doesn't have one.
Okay.
Was there anything else we could help you with?
No, sir, just know that all gates in and out of the city have been locked down. If you wish to get out of the city, you must come with your family and those of you that live in your household, so I'll count the four of you together. Only one of you may leave, and the others must wait before they wish to leave.
Wait, only one of the four of us can walk out of this door at a time?
No, walk out of the city, sir.
Oh, the city. Oh, all right. That's strange. Are the three of us, were we just making the house, keeping it tidy? What's the point of that?
It's part of the Queen's edicts.
Queen's edict. Mag, you ever heard that word, edicts?
Yes, sir. I have.
What does that mean? I never heard of it.
It's like a law. It's like things that people put into place, and like laws, things you can and can't do.
Oh, all right.
So I'm sorry, just out of character. Is there a queen of Zobek?
No,
Okay.
there is a mayor.
So there's a mayor, a king, a queen, an extraordinaire, and highnesses.
Yeah, exactly. Someone's taking
Cool.
over.
Cool.
All right, you have a nice day.
Yeah, you too. And the door closes behind you, and you see as the entire time your shadows have been chill. The second that door closes, they start arguing and fighting with one another once again. But again, nothing happens to Mag's shadow. It remains still.
Mag, why's your shadow not moving over there? You doing something to it? You talking to it?
No, my shadow doesn't talk to me. It's just a shadow. Yours are the weird ones.
Fair enough. Well, keep a close eye out. I don't know why yours isn't moving. At least mine's doing something, I guess.
Clem raises her voice again. Why did nobody asked him? Like, why? What does he mean, queen? We don't have a queen.
Well, we've been hearing all about these highnesses and the king and the mayor and a queen now, so it sounds like them higher-ups are sorting out their business.
Oh,
Ooh.
I think I might know something about that.
Mag speaks up.
What's that, Mag?
Well, I didn't want to say too much before because I didn't know if it was gonna be true, but they might be referring to the queen of night and magic, like the queen of the Shadow Fae.
Queen of the Shadow Fae.
Yeah.
Have I ever heard of the Queen of the Shadow Fae in my travels?
Given your what's your intelligence?
It is 13.
13. Given the way that you've kind of portrayed yourself to this point, I don't think you'd have much of a history lesson on that. And
Most of what I know is from what I hear in
no,
stories.
and from what you've heard in stories and stuff. No, most of what you've heard are like war stories from mercenaries and such of the people that you grew up around. You've never heard of and you didn't even know that Zobek was owned by Faye at one point.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, in a long time ago, the Fae used to rule this land, but House Strauss managed to push them out, so they didn't anymore. Not really like push them out. They more so struck a deal.
What kind of a deal we talking?
Like House Strauss got the land, and the Shadow Fae went away for a time. But they had a partnership. I'm not keen on everything that happened. But what I do know is House Strauss doesn't own the land anymore. Because the city's free, and it wasn't under them.
Yeah, this sounds like maybe someone got word that they think there's a vacancy.
Well, still don't know exactly how we do anything about that, but in your stories or your notes, did you ever hear anything about I don't know, a weakness of the queen or anything like that? If we could drive them out or something.
Well, no, they're not. They're not from here.
Well, does it explain any of this weird shadow magic going on? And I'll point to the shadows that are still wrestling.
It's not weird. There is just shadow magic, I guess.
Well, it's weird to me. I've never seen it before in my travels.
Yeah, and the shadows all start flipping you off.
Hey, I wasn't talking trash. You calm yourselves down. Keep fighting. I suppose if Harkus, if we want to do something about this, you're a native from this area. There's some sort of biblioteca around here we could check on.
Yeah, we could go to the library. I don't usually go, but I don't think it would hurt anything for us to take a look around.
All right, well then maybe the plan's still the same. We just kind of keep our eyes open. But it seems like this is really encroaching on our lives now. Only one of us could leave at a time. Out of the city anyway, but...
Can we, do that tomorrow, though? I'm tired.
Oh, no, absolutely. I am sleepy.
Given circumstances, I don't really feel comfortable walking home. Can I rest here?
Yeah, absolutely. You all are safe here. Make sure no harm comes to any of us.
You have another blanket?
Mag, you might need to share.
All right. And he raises the blanket up.
Harkus snatches it from him, and he's going to give it to Crab.
Thanks.
Appreciate you doing the right thing there, Mag.
You got it, boss.
Yeah. All right.
And you guys rest for the evening. We'll go with... Actually, no, I'm going to roll a d4. 1, 2... Cram is 3. Mag doesn't exist. 1, Deegan.
I don't want to be
You
me.
have extremely restless dreams tonight as you picture yourself as demons and devils are currently encroaching you along the entirety of your sight. You see just lower level devils running forward as large demons follow from behind, and at the helm you can see 3 tieflings flying up above who appear to be commanding them and pushing them forward. Looking around you, you can see tons and tons of I would say darker skinned elven individuals as they do their best, pulling out their wands, their rapiers, their swords, and they're looking like they're ready for a battle with these demons and devils, until eventually one encroaches just up within range of you and goes in for a swipe before your vision cuts. And you're sitting at a table across from a gray-skinned elven man with slick back hair as he eyes you up and down and says, as he holds what looks to be a small green wand up in the air, he leans back in his chair, puts his feet up, and says, "You've been invited."
I've been invited. What am I getting invited to?
Come to the Winter's Kiss.
The Winter's Kiss.
And your dream ends as you wake up out of it with a bead of sweat running down your forehead to your cheek.
Ooh. I'll look over to Mag. Is he awake?
Looking at Mag, he is sound asleep.
Look over my shadow. Is it moving at all?
As you look over at your shadow, it is not currently moving at all. Because it's so dark in here, you can't see your shadow.
I'll kind of unsurely with my eyes kind of darting back and forth, lean over to it. Can you believe that guy?
It doesn't make any noise.
Not much for conversation. All right. Well, looking around, if I don't see anybody else stirring, I guess I'll go back to sleep.
And as you go back to sleep, you get 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh, I don't want that.
As the next day does roll around. Now, I say the next day rolls around, but you guys all begin waking up as outside is still pretty dark. I won't say it's pitch black outside, but it is very much as if twilight is just hitting. There is enough light on the outside to where, okay, daytime's probably coming soon, but it's just going to happen a little bit later today.
And just to be clear, the exhaustion system we're using, it's still the normal one?
Yeah. We're not using the
ability checks are disadvantaged right now, right? Is it ability checks and attack rolls?
Just ability.
No, just
checks.
ability checks.
First day. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So, as the 4 of you wake up in Harkis's abode, what do you do?
Hey, everybody, I just wanted to say I had a pretty weird dream last night. It was kind of strange. Some man with a wand said something about meeting him at the Winter's Kiss. Harkus, you heard of the Winter's Kiss? I don't believe I've passed that place before.
Yeah, it's
Where is it?
You cannot recall,
you know,
but you do feel like you've heard of it.
For the life of me, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Mag, any of that Elvish script say anything about Winter's Kiss?
No, I would have told you if it did.
All right,
I'm
well,
sorry, I didn't mean to sound rude.
No, it's fine. You were being assertive. That's important to a growing kobold.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Assertive.
You keep it up. You know what you're doing.
And so the Winter's Kiss, do we know what kind of place this is?
Well, no, he didn't say anything about it. Said something about me being chosen. Oh, that I don't know who voted for me, but
Chosen?
yeah, I don't know. I mean, could have been from that film I saw, The Matrix, but I don't.
The fantasy matrix.
The Fey Matrix.
The Fatrix.
We finally got there.
No, I don't know much about it, but maybe we can go find out where this place is. We could talk around town, see if maybe Harkus's boys have heard of it. I don't know. I don't really want to go anywhere, but I guess if it's going to lead to this, road coming back, might be worthy.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
I'm happy to go ask around at any like the merchants and stuff. Maybe they know.
That could be helpful.
Yeah, I'll follow Deegan.
All right, sounds like a plan. All right, let's all go, and I guess if we have to go out of the city for some reason, let's just coordinate, or honestly, let's just all go together instead. I don't really want to follow those rules.
Would you guys please, as you make your way outside, make persuasion or investigation checks?
I'll make persuasion.
Go ahead and roll Cram's. Persuasion so perception doesn't work.
Correct.
Okay. Well, she'll investigate then.
All right, so a +8. That's a 14. We're not looking too hot.
Let's see.
Oh, I got to make a check for Mag as well?
Correct, please.
Oh, okay.
He'll probably be better at persuasion.
Let's see.
All right, so that's a 10 flat on investigation from
That's good.
from Cram, and Harkus gets a 19 on persuasion.
Deegan got a 14, and then Mag got a 8.
Okay. So first of all, you wandered the city in search of answers, and it seems the denizens are anything but fine. The gates have been locked down, allowing only one family member to leave at a time to ensure the traveler's return. The local watch cannot get a handle on the Fae's misdeeds, and as you guys are wandering around, you do see multiple of these Shadow Fae individuals like teleport in between, like behind people's windows, and like run around in the house causing ruckus, and then pop out like laughing, and then like Misty step down to the street and run off. Like just random little things like that happen all around you throughout the day. You see as multiple like flags and such outside of buildings have been like painted over and or replaced with a flag with a symbol you've never seen before. It appears to have like a purple hue to it, as well as like some yellow stars across it. Just a lot of odd things happening throughout the city. But the oddest thing you noticed is that any of the kobold denizens are not being messed with. You don't see, like, as these Shadow Fae are running around the city, you only ever see humans, dwarves, like the Raven folk, people like that being messed with, but never the kobolds.
We just don't see them?
No, you just don't see the kobolds get messed with. You see kobolds, but it appears the Fae are not messing with them.
Oh, well, that's nice. Look at that.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a reason for that.
but with your rolls, Let's see. You, Mag, and Deegan had what? It was 8 and
Mag had an 8. I was a little higher. We'll say it was like a 14 or something. It wasn't great.
So Mag walks around to a couple of the stands and just tries to strike up a conversation, but gets so nervous he runs back over to you. As you start walking up and asking questions, most people, especially with like your demeanor when you start to talk to them, do appear to just kind of like shut you down, like nope, I don't know anything, and like push you off. Cram got what?
10 on investigation.
10 on investigation. Cram is doing her best, but she finds her. You notice that she starts to drift off at every sign of something happening around the city. So like the second like a Fey individual does something, her eyes shoot over to it, and she starts watching and stops like kind of listening to the things that are going around. And then what did you get?
19 in persuasion.
Okay, so 19 in persuasion. You, Sir Harkis, kind of make your way. And what kind of individuals were you asking?
Guard folk and guards. That's my
So
go-to.
you start going around to some of the guards who appear to be like moving like briskly around the city at this point as stuff is happening constantly. But you do run across a pair of guards who you recognize, which is very nice. You know these two as, well, one of them being Eric, the other one being Brank. Brenk. As you walk up to Eric,
Can't believe you did that.
you walk on over to him, and I only like had it ready in case you guys talk to guards today, and I was like, I'll name him Eric.
If you had to, if you had to place Eric at a tier, would you say he's at the top of the stairs? Would you say he's kind of a producer of some sort?
This guy's kind of like a mid-city Eric. You know, he's kind of doing his job, and he's getting stuff done, and he's pretty busy. You know, he kind of stays on top of things, mid-city Eric.
Visually, does he look as cool as good old Gamer, perhaps?
So, yeah, he does appear to be in his 40s, which I believe good old Gamer said he was.
Good.
Anyways, you see Eric and Brank briskly making their way up around, and as you walk up to them, they both stop and, hello, Sir Harkis.
I've been looking around for some place called the Winter's Kiss. It seems real familiar. I was wondering if you had any leads on that.
Eric speaks up. No, I don't. You know, it sounds familiar. Yeah. Does Brank that it does sound familiar, but I remember something about it being near the Arcane Collegium somewhere, I think, but I can't remember like what street or anything.
I think there's dark magic afoot.
You don't say. Anyway, we've got somewhere to be, so we'll be. See you later, Hargis.
Yeah. One more thing. I saw there was a census going around. Were either of you boys involved in that?
A census? Is that why? Yeah, that little fucker. He came to our door the other day.
So he's not with you.
Well, he might be, but there's a lot of us.
Okay. Well, just wanted to know if you met him. I hadn't.
Haven't heard anything. Sorry.
That's fine. I'll check around the Collegium, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. And the two of them run off.
Cram! We've got a lead.
Good. This whole looking around thing is hard.
Yeah, you don't say. Where's Deegan and the other one?
You see the two of them as Deegan is leaned over a table, like yelling at a merchant, and Mag is like pulling at his coattail.
Look, all I'm saying is in most places an 8 is higher than a 6 in a game of cards. That's all I'm saying. Sorry, I'm coming, boys. I'm coming.
Let's, we'll check by the Arcane Collegium. Brank, he's a member of the guard. He feels like there's something over there, and now that he mentions it, I feel like it sounds familiar. I can't place the street.
All right, well, hopefully we can find something of it. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the dream wasn't so pleasant last night. I'm feeling real sleepy. I'd love to go back to bed again. But
Me too. But there's adventuring to do.
And you guys make your way towards the Arcane Collegium. As you do, you reach the school, which is a very, very beautiful building. You can see that it rises high. It's not quite like alabaster white. It's maybe a little more yellowish than that, kind of showing its age at this point. But nonetheless, it is a very beautiful and large building. So what you guys kind of know about this, especially you, Harkus, and Cram at this point, since you guys are from here, Deegan and Mag know nothing. Well, maybe Mag knows a little bit. I would kind of think that he's heard of it, given his thorough intelligence.
Yeah.
But
Of 10.
well, yeah, but he rolled a 20 on the history, and that'll come into play for the rest of the campaign.
Good. We keep track of those.
Oh, sure. Wilderness travel music. Anyways, you guys make your way over towards the Arcane Collegium. Passing it by, as you know, you don't need to go like inside or anything like that. You can see that the gates to it are closed, and many individuals are standing around the entrance trying to talk to the guards to get in. But as you guys pass it by, you do notice that, that the three of you, Cram, Deegan, Harkus, aren't like, you just continue to walk past what looks to be just one solid wooden post, but Mag stops and says, guys, it's right here. And the three of you, all looking at one another, just look over to what looks to be just a building in the way.
What's right there exactly?
The street. It's right here.
You talk about that house right there?
No, the street. It says alchemy right here, and there's a sign pointing to Winter's Kiss.
Now, I'm gonna look around to the rest of the party. Do you guys all have bewildered looks on your faces?
Yeah.
He points at the post that looks like just a wooden post and says there's a sign.
Now, to me, maybe I'm still dreaming. I was seeing shadows and whatnot, but I see a house there and a little post. So I don't see no road.
Are you guys messing around or something?
No, I'm
sorry,
playing
sir.
a game. No, it's quite all right. I'm working on that assertion. I like it. You're doing a great job.
Yes. Are you like messing around or something?
No, I don't see a road either, but maybe it's more magic.
And I'll walk up to the post and like touch it.
As you touch it and kind of like feel like upwards to since you are quite tall, you start to like feel as high as you can. You do feel there appears to be something there. And as you kind of realize this, you see a sign that says Alchemy Street, Winter's Kiss. And as you start to realize this, the others, like as you walk over and you're kind of thinking about it and realizing it, you all start to visualize and see that appear as well. And then looking down the road, looking down at the house, as soon as you turn your gaze and avert it, there's a road there.
Well, it wasn't there a moment ago, but Maggie did a good job there. Good eyes.
Thanks.
Kobolds are small, right?
Yeah, they're small.
I'll pat him on the back and then I'll lift him up and put him on my shoulders.
We.
Yeah, I'm sure he likes that.
He does.
Yeah.
He does like that.
Cool. I kind of think of him as like a fully grown kobold too. Like he's
Me
not
too.
like a kid.
He probably is, but I'm treating him like he's my kid.
Yeah. Cool. So you kind of lift him up and just set him on your shoulders, and he goes along with it. That's weird. And you guys all start heading down Alchemy Street.
Okay.
Making your way down, you do see. Let me get to where my. Nope, that's the wrong page. I'm good with books. I was born with that.
In the meantime, listeners, you should check out our Patreon.
.com/Table Talk Friday.
Ooh, look at that.
Anyways, let's see. The house seems perfectly ordinary, although you can tell that no one enters or leaves by what seem to be the front door. The walls are of thick gray slate. The door bears a fresh coat of white paint and an elegant silver knocker in the shape of a wolf's head. The shutters are gray and tightly closed. A small window in the front door is shuttered. You hear barking from within.
All right, well, I guess we're going in then. Anyone have any objections to this weird house that appeared? No? All right.
Yeah, I'll go in first. Everyone, just stay on your guard.
And I'll pull out my shield and have it ready and open the door. Or I guess I'll knock.
Okay, so you grab
On the
the knocker.
knocker,
Yeah, so
yeah.
you grab the knocker and you see as within just a couple of seconds after you doing that, the shutters like quickly open and close in like half of a second, and the door opens. And just around the corner, you can see that thin, dark essence like you saw coming off of those previous combatants the other day. You see that dark essence, and it like sets you off immediately as like, oh, it's time. And then briefly, then it just vanishes. And stepping around the corner, you see what looks to be I'll show you a picture right here, viewers. Sorry, you're not going to be able to see this, but a thinly armored elven man as he steps around, rapier not drawn, and he... Do I owe the pleasure?
Well, I mean, I guess it's not much of a pleasure. I kind of had a bad dream last night. Some guy told me to come here, the Winter's Kiss. Is there something that you need from us or me? Or, what's kind of going on?
Do you have an invitation?
Well, he didn't really give me anything, I don't think, and I'll reach into my pockets.
Make an investigation check on yourself.
No. Okay, it's 11 plus 1. That's a 12.
12. You start reaching through your pockets, and you will find it, but it's going to take some time. So you start reaching through your pockets, and yeah, that's what I thought. You need an invitation to enter.
Oh no! Right here, actually. Right. I found it. It was in the deepest trenches of my pocket.
And you
right
find a crumpled up enclosed letter in your pocket, and as you present it, he grabs it, pops it open, and you can see that Elvish letters are written on the other side just through the light. And I see. What are each of your names and ranks so that I may present you properly?
Oh, yeah, the rank. It's Deegan. That's my name. I would say I have a.
Do you have a last name, Deegan?
Very important.
Deegan Browning. Now, I would say, if I had to rank myself, I would say I rank fairly high in a couple of different categories. Dashing good looks for sure. Surefire shot, top tier. But I don't have a specific title, I would say.
Deegan Browning. Would surefire shot?
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that title.
Okay, surefire shot. And you, sir?
It's Sir Harkus, Knight First Class.
Knight First Class. Interesting.
That was badass.
Well,
That was badass.
and you,
It's Mag, apprentice, wizard, mage, and entertainer.
Yeah, Mag, whenever you have a title, make sure if you're not sure, make sure you add executive at the front.
Executive, apprentice, mage, wizard, entertainer.
That was very convincing.
I see. And you, ma'am? It's just Cram. That'll do. Commoner.
Cram the just. I like that.
That's not what I said.
Yeah, but if you flip it around, it just sounds a little better,
Please, if you will, follow me.
All right.
We do.
The servant leads you down a long, carpeted hall to the audience chamber, a room dimly lit by a few candles. A white owl sits on a perch at the end of a long dining table. A single chair stands in the room, and seated on it is a fae with black hair, a thin nose, and pointed ears, almost as long as a goblin's. His clothes are pure black and heavily embroidered in more black. His leggings are pure white and embellished with hexagonal designs. He holds an ivory wand. The servant says, "Visitors, your excellency." He then repeats all of your names and ranks. "We have here Sir Deegan Browning, the surefire shot.
That's me.
We have Sir Hawkes, Knight, first class. We have Mag, apprentice, executive, apprentice, mage, wizard, entertainer, and
I'll pat him on the back.
Cram, a commoner." I do see. Okay. You may leave, Canterman. And he, "Yes, sir," turn and leaves the room.
I'm sorry. What that was that his name?
That
or-
was his name.
Canderman?
Yeah. Canderman. Canderminne.
Cool.
Okay. And this guy in front of us, have I seen this guy in my dream?
This is the same individual you saw in your dream, except when he held his wand up in your dream, it was the same ivory wand, but you saw green energy just kind of coalescing around it, and there is none when he holds it up now.
Oh, hello. It's good to meet you. I met you last night. Is everything okay? You said something about me, needing to come over here. Is it something I could help with, or?
Oh, yes, I guess I did invite you, did I not?
Yeah, we had a different wand though.
Stay standing and listen. My servant will bring us goblets and a stoup of wine. You are well known in the city, you know. All my
surprising.
spies have told me so.
Oh.
And thus your open and heartfelt support for the Queen's just and proper rule will make things easier for all. I require your immediate word of honor that you will not attempt further armed insurrection against the just and proper ruler of the city. And to be clear, I mean the Queen. If you have any other thoughts, discard them. Unless you can somehow change her mind, she can and will rule over everything as soon as humans learn that her claim is just and her rule inevitable. Perhaps she will arrive in procession in full splendor to cow the weak.
Now that was a lot of information right there. You said you were talking about the Queen, and
Correct.
Now what about that king guy? Also the highnesses, also the mayor. Because there's a lot of people of import I'm hearing about.
The king is nothing of your concern, and your mayor is fine.
Oh well, that's good. Are there other queens? The highnesses thing kind of threw me for a loop.
I do not
the
owe
other day.
you such information.
Oh, well, you invited me into here from my dream, so I thought we might have had a more intimate
Right.
connection.
I invited you to come to agree not to cow any of my subjects.
All right. Well, if they're not going to attack me, I won't attack them. That sounds pretty good to me.
What's your name?
Well, some would call me the Hidden Ambassador, but you can just call me Thelamandarin.
So you're the bastard leaving notes on our places of worship.
Well, you may say bastard. I say subject of the rightful ruler.
Right. Listen,
Looking around the room as well as you guys are having this conversation, it's not like just you and him here. You can see that waiting in different sections of the room are just individuals who are leaning up against the wall, kind of just minding their own business. Not, obviously they're listening, but they're really not going to do anything unless something were to happen.
They seem armed.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're kind of just minding their own business right now. Yeah, that's all I'll say.
well, it's kind of you to to meet with us. You know, I actually wanted to have a word with you myself.
Good. You know, I wasn't aware that your people still existed.
Yeah, the seemed to be a lot of folk that intended to change that, but here I am.
Make a. I want to see a persuasion check for presenting yourself.
That is a. I'm sorry. That is a 16.
16 altogether. I can respect that. Mag from the back just says, in Elvish, Mag just begins to speak Elvish to him, and for a second, you see as Delamandrin, his eyes light up, and I see you speak the civilized tongue. And he says a greeting back to him in Elvish. Okay. We can talk then. So, to what do you wish to know? I will trade information so long as you do not, intervene further.
Right, so, what was all that about, the other day with the riders on the giant stags and the stampede through town? Now that in and of itself was a problem. Plenty of innocents, were harmed for no good reason as far as I'm concerned, and furthermore, there was an assassination attempt on, the priest of Kors, which, as far as I'm concerned, is a pillar of this community.
Well, what I will say about the stampede is that some of the Shadow Fae, to put it simply, are a little more playful than others. Personally, myself, I just wish to see the city turned over in a peaceful way, but I will only do as I am told.
Right, so you answer directly to the queen.
Yes, sir.
Right, so is it the queen, then, that has demanded we remain in dark and in the cold?
Well, when you turn over... Well, the way I would put it is... Zolbeck is having strange tidings. With strange tidings come the Fae.
Right, and, the Fae also bring famine to eating establishments and hide streets where they once existed. What purpose does this serve? As far as I've seen, there's been no outward conflict not instigated by the Fae.
These are only to the people who would argue against the queen.
And where's the queen now?
The queen is in the Shadow Court.
Right, the Shadow Court, and where's that?
Of course you would not know. You can find the Shadow Court on your own. As far as I am concerned, I have your agreement. Correct.
He nods.
Then I choose not to choose violence. At least with you folk.
I suppose that's reasonable.
Do you have any other questions?
Well, I mean, you were talking about strange tidings and all that. I mean, is the queen the one, making roads disappear and whatnot? Because you invited me here last night and all, but it was really hard to find. Luckily, Mag has a keen eye, but it was difficult to find the street sign. There was a little bit of magic over it.
It is hard to predict how, should I say, magic will present itself. So, as far as I see, I do not know what exactly makes the roads disappear. Now, as for this street, I presume, granted that you were able to find your way here, that either someone gave you directions or your little kobold friend led you in the right direction. Am I correct?
Yeah, he's got a keen eye for sure. He shows the right way, but
Yeah, for some reason I could see it and they couldn't.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Your people have a different agreement with the Fae than these folk.
what does that mean?
It means that unless his ancestors decide to change the agreement, we are not to interact with one another unless they interact with us. So, the only time he has been interacted with is when he fought.
That's interesting. Mag, make sure you take note of that. That's important.
Yes, sir.
And with all the strange things happen, is that why my shadow was wrestling Harkus's shadow into submission the other night?
Well, as I said, strange tidings.
And I'm gonna be worried that these shadows are gonna hurt me, do I?
No, I doubt it.
Okay.
Can I roll insight on that?
Yeah, sure.
Not Pyth. I can roll insight too.
That's a 14.
What was yours?
4.
You're kind of like still worried. You're still worried about it. You think that he actually means probably not.
That was with a 14.
Yeah, it probably not.
Well, thank you for your time. Was it your folk who were going around?
Sorry for the audio. Was it your folk going around taking that census?
Oh yes, the Queen of Night and Magic. She wished for the census to be taken
Right.
to know all of her subjects personally.
You know, there was a guard going around I didn't recognize. Was he one of yours?
I doubt it. I mean, maybe. I didn't send the guard around,
Right.
but the Shadow Fae are coming and going at the time being. So
So I'm just still wondering how all this works. So has the queen taken over? I just didn't see much of a fight beyond the few skirmishes.
those that are in charge here, being your Praetorian Council, those of the as they call it, the Free City, have not yet agreed to turn over the city.
Right.
So, what's happening to them now? Are they, being held somewhere?
Okay,
I've seen
I
some
think
people
that is
missing.
enough of our conversation. So, you know what? You all, given your lineage, your stature, were quite civilized. So I would like to offer you a gift.
And what would that be?
Well, you obviously by this point have noticed my clothes. And I happen to have a tailor here in Zolbeck, who is mighty fine at making clothes. Go visit her at the Arcane Collegium, and her name is Ashley, but it is spelled Asheleigh. So they you
Wow,
can
that's pretty white.
if you go see Ashley at the Arcane Collegium, then she will hook you up.
Oh, that's mighty fine. Yeah, we really do appreciate the sentiment. I could use a new duster of sorts.
And one last question. Do you all intend to speak to the queen directly? Because that is kind of the hint I was getting.
Well, I mean, I guess it could be beneficial. We've been hearing a lot of worry from the folks around here, so maybe we could get some sort of clarity from the horse himself,
Right. I find it hard to have peace of mind when These things aren't being explained openly.
Canderman, would you bring me two? Oh, I can't decide. Maybe. Yes, let's do. Bring in 4 gold and glass goblets. And you see, as moments later, Canderman walks in with a silver platter, and on top of it are golden goblets, like lined with like small circular portions, which are glass that you can see through. They look very beautiful, more expensive than anything you've ever seen in your life. Something really worth gambling away. For being so, for not behaving like so many louts I've entertained in this simple home, please take these with you.
All right. Thank you. It's it's an interesting gift. I'd never had someone give me something so valuable like this.
Well, it is fit for a royal feast. So
Can I don't know if it's Arcana or Insight. Do I get the impression that there's some, ulterior motive that might be connected to...
you can make an insight check.
Yeah, I'll make an Insight check. 19.
You're not really getting any vibes. You do see, like, he actually, especially with the remark to you earlier, like, respecting you a little bit, just based on the way you portrayed yourself, you think he actually does.
Okay, I'll take it.
Looking at these goblets, I'm able to make like an Arcana check to see if there's anything weird about them.
Just by looking at them, you don't get any arcane vibes coming from these.
Okay. I'll grab one, and I'll pass it on over to Mag, and I'll grab my own.
Okay. Mag takes his, and he walks directly up to I forgot his name, Thelamandrin, and begins to speak to him in Elvish quickly. You hear the two of them go back and forth a few times as Mag holds up his hand, and Thelamandrin leans down and shakes it. Okay, well, that's enough of that. And he stands up. Ganderman, will you see them out? And he turns, good luck, and walks through a curtain behind him.
Are we supposed to follow him?
No, he said
No.
Canderman lead them out.
Yeah,
Then he walked behind a curtain. Or the
he
other guy
said
walked behind a
he
curtain.
left.
Oh, he walked behind the curtain, not Canderman.
Yeah.
I thought he said walk him out. I said see ya, and walked out. I was like, oh.
Canderman turns, okay, follow me, and walks you
will.
guys back to the front door, opens it, allows you to walk through, and shuts it full force. And that's where we're going to end this episode.